Yo, what's good? This is Damn James, aka James Royo. This is how I produced Sky City by Ye and Ty Dolla Sign. So basically this song started in 2018. Ty had his guitar player pull up and he just basically freestyled for maybe 10 minutes, came up with a bunch of different riffs. After that, me and Ty sat down and we found the perfect loop for Sky City. Then from there, we took our files out to Chicago to meet up with Ye and basically laid the foundations to the track. We took it to him and he immediately gravitated. When he heard that loop, he went right in there and started freestyling. Originally, that was like kind of the original Vultures idea. Like Ye wanted to produce an album for Ty. It wasn't Vultures, it was just something totally different. Those sessions in Chicago was the beginning of the Vultures sound. It was like a family thing almost, because it wasn't just me, Ty, and Ye. There was Designer, there was Ant Clemens, there was a whole slew of songwriters that was there. We weren't even in the studio, we were in Ye's design facility, and he would basically pop in and pop out because the speakers were playing loud. He could hear it while he's working on his shoes and stuff. He would hear something he liked, he'll come in, drop some bars, which that was a part for me that was incredible to see Ye freestyle. He is one of the best that I've ever seen. I'm like, I didn't know if he had it in his phone or what, but he came up with these crazy bars and these crazy concepts. And I was really impressed by his singing also. You know, no auto-tune, raw. He has a great voice, honestly. This is the beat breakdown for the Sky City song. We basically had a guitar player come and lay down some riffs and some melodies, and then me and Ty ciphered through everything and found the perfect loop. So I'll just play a little bit of his freestyle just so you can see kind of what he was playing and then how we found the loop part. So we just listened to the guitar player's freestyle tape that we extracted the loop from, and basically that loop plays throughout the entire record. After we found the section that we wanted to use for our song, basically looped that up and wanted to add a little bit of grit and a little more character to the guitar without adding reverbs or choruses or any modulation like that. We just wanted a more interesting sound, and that's when we added this guitar tool rack plugin, loaded up empty. So for the next part of the loop, basically we were all in the studio together in Kanye's studio in Chicago. At the time, Ye had a guy with an iPhone following him around 24/7, recording everything we're doing. And Ye was freestyling over the guitar playing through the speakers in the room while it was being picked up by the iPhone. So then we decided to take that recording of the iPhone and implement it into our song. And that's what this is right here.
My own echo, 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 don't let go, let go, let go, secco, secco, bumbo, becco, bumbo, becco. Y'all niggas need insurance, better get a gecko. Come in, Geico wants the song, I'm going psycho. Oh, yeah, the real Michael, prison, Tissin, Jimmy Hendrix, Trixie, niggas trying, playing trick, niggas jumpers on the sit, mama pull up in the rear, and I pull up in, something in the yeah, niggas, you know, niggas, you know, no.
So after listening to the freestyle, a lot of great stuff in there that we could have used, but that no part really had a soul to it, and it had a real strong feeling in it that we felt should be part of the record. So that's why we chose that specific part of the loop to be playing in the song in certain parts. So now, once we found the section of Kanye's freestyle that we wanted to use in our loop, we added the lo-fi plugin, just taking off some of the high end. with the sample rate reduction. We also reduced the sample size to 16-bit from 24. And then we also used the Radiator plugin from Soundtoys to add a little bit of drive and to also take away a little bit of bass in the sample. Now I'll play the sample together with the guitar. So now once we got our loop together with Kanye's sample on top, we started writing the song and putting the final lyrics on it. This is Ty's part. Basically, I'll show it to you a little raw without some of the plugins we added after. This is what that sounds like.
Is it mine, yeah? Is it mine, yeah? Mine, yeah? Can we fly, yeah? We can fly, yeah? Higher, build a city in the sky, yeah? Sky, yeah.
So now once we got the vocal take down, something we liked, added a few plugins to bring out Ty's vocal a little bit. That being this 1176 compressor, an R compressor from Waves. And we also added a doubler from Waves, and we added a delay throw at the end to kind of fill up some of the gap that was at the end of the vocal.
Is it mine, yeah? Is it mine, yeah? Mine, yeah? Can we fly, yeah? We can fly, yeah? Higher, build a city in the sky, yeah? Sky, yeah.
So now that we have our vocal Kanye sample in order, along with our guitar sample, Ty's lead vocal, play all of it together, and this is the final production you hear on the record.
Is it mine, yeah? Is it mine, yeah? Mine, yeah? Can we fly, yeah? We can fly, yeah? Higher, build a city in the sky, yeah? Sky, yeah. Is it mine, yeah? Is it mine, yeah? Mine, yeah? Can we fly, yeah? We can fly, yeah? Higher, build a city in the sky, yeah? Sky, yeah.
So once I printed all the stems, gave it all to Kanye's team, they continued to work on the record and sent it to Timbaland. And in Kanye's verse, there's a beat switch where these drums come in. That's pretty much the final production, what you hear. Those drums come from Timbaland at the end. And that's how I produced Sky City. The song leaked a million times on YouTube and different versions of it. Even throughout all the versions, that main guitar riff was pretty much the heart of the song. But at the end, it was released very similar to the original. Kanye sent it to a few other producers and had them add some drums in the end part. Even though he added drums, added new verses, added features. The basis of the song pretty much stayed the same. Very simple song, great guitar riff and great vocals. You could hear the entire song within those first few bars of his freestyle, and everything from there was basically an elaboration of that. I didn't hear the final version. I had just known about the verse. That's the third verse, was originally the first verse. And there was a couple other artists on there, and there was a big outro. But he basically simplified all that and just made it a 3-verse song. So I wish I could have been able to hear it, maybe give a little bit of input. Kanye has his way of working, and that's what he wanted to do. Then they continued to work on it as it came out, adjusting the mixing and stuff like that. And in that time frame, I did send them the original session so that they had some raw vocals to work with instead of piecing together whatever that they had. I personally think Ye is one of the most creative people that I've met. And I respect any decision that he wants to do, especially because it's his music and it's his album. And I respect it, and I think it's great. I'm James, and you're watching Behind the Beat with RapTV.